Hello again, Knights fans. Rocco Jeppe for CCBC Athletics, and I'm joined today by the head women's lacrosse coach at CCBC Essex, Candace Schroeder. Candace, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So we're going to start this 2019 preview with a look back at 2018 first-year head coach. You go 9-7, regional semifinal appearance. Talk to us about that season and then what you learned from that season that you're bringing to this year and helping out.
I think the major thing I learned was just getting the mindset of coaching high school or college. I was always a high school coach, so stepping into the college was different, kind of understanding student athletes in a different way with credits and that kind of thing, and just building a well-rounded team. I think that's where I'm moving forward to. I tried to recruit a little bit more, and just kind of getting the feel for what college coaching was like.
In order to, as you're learning now, being back for the second year, quick, fast changeover, turnovers a little bit higher at the 2-year level than it is in high school. You kind of build that foundation and you have it for a few years. So talk about the returners to this year's team. You have 5 returners this year for you, and what you hope that they will accomplish with helping you this year.
So I think the returners, our center's returning, Maddie Domingo. I think she's really going to help. She understands the game a lot more. Midfield-wise, she's strong, fast, can play a whole game. Defense, we have 2 of our starting defenders coming back, so that's really going to help to work the other defense in. Putting 2 new people in there, having 2 returners is really going to help. Offense, we don't really have a lot of it. I don't know if we have any true attackers coming back, so that's going to be a new feel. But I think they're bringing the team together. I feel like as a whole, the team is just more united. So,
and of course, you got to supplement that with some newcomers. Talk about the newcomers specifically. If you could start for me, talk about your new goalie, because you do have, like you said, 2 returning defenders. Talk about your new goalie and how those defenders will hopefully mesh and help that transition.
So with Mackenzie Culling, that's our new goalie, just kind of getting her used to working with the defense that we got. She played for a pretty good high school and club, so kind of understanding what our culture is on the field, having the defense kind of take control and let her understand how we play is a big deal, and having her learn and move forward with us.
And some of those other newcomers, and a lot of new names to this list this year.
Yeah, so Alex Stroman, I'm really excited about her. She's going to play midfield for us. I think she's going to put up a lot of numbers. With Jade Joyce, I'm really excited. She's going to be pure attacker. I think them 2 working with the other midfielders are really going to put up some numbers. And I think that's the difference between last year and this year. We had 1, maybe 2 main goal scorers, but this year I'm trying to make it more well-rounded, so we're a threat from multiple positions. Gotcha.
And not a lot of, but a good amount of transfers coming to the team this year. It was a little bit different, where we were sitting in the fall. You guys had kind of different numbers than what you have now. So talk about what maybe the future might hold for transfers like Stroman and Joyce coming in and seeing how much they can play, what that message might be to student athletes out there.
So I think the community college offers a different feel for athletes, and I think it's a good thing because they've had the 4-year experience somewhat, and they're understanding what they really want to do, and it gives them a background rather than just coming straight out of high school. I think the players are more mature. They know that the athletics is important to them. So I think it's just, I feel like the team's more mature this year than they were last year because of that.
So talk about what the goals are. And obviously each coach does it a little bit differently, whether it's in the beginning of the year and you get to the whiteboard and you start putting things on the whiteboard or what have you. What are the goals for the 2019 women's lacrosse?
I think one of the major goals is, the 9-7. I would like to finish somewhere around there. I think we, like I said, are a more well-rounded team, so I'm hoping that that'll feed into, the wins versus losses. Making sure the student athletes get the most out of the season that they possibly can with, inside on the field and in the classroom, just kind of giving them a more well-rounded experience.
Okay. And finally, when everything is all said and done, we're getting up from the end of the year celebration, and you look back on the season. How are you going to define success for this team?
I think one thing when it comes to wins and losses is beating those teams that are, maybe we're not supposed to beat. Like the Howard game last year when we ended up winning that game. I think, in those neck and neck games, having some wins out of those, I think that's most important. Like when time comes, you put up. And I think also same kind of thing, just making sure that the girls as a whole or the ladies as a whole are a team and not having, the outside issues affect the play, and just kind of being a team.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us. And I know a lot of our coaches, this is not your favorite thing to do all year, but we surely do appreciate it. And folks, if you want to learn more about the program or any of the programs for that matter, visit us online, www.ccbcessexknights.com. You can also follow us on Twitter. The women's lacrosse Twitter is @Knights_WLAX. And for the athletics program on Twitter and Instagram, it's @CCBC Essex Sports. For head coach Candace Schroeder, I'm Rocco Jeppe. So long. We'll see you next time.